All right, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that little centering archery routine, right? To get us focused on our goals, okay? Focused on the tasks in front of us. That archery breathing, that steady state breathing in the nose, out the nose, in the nose, out the nose, has been one of the most handy, helpful tools that I have found really through these years to get me centered and grounded. And you can do that really starting anytime. You know, when we're talking about you, the man, right? You, the man behind the dad, behind the father, behind the husband with baby version. It always comes down to how centered, how less reactive we are out in the world, right? Having control over what we do and how we do it, what we say and how we say it, right? Because ultimately we're responsible for our behaviors and actions. And today and moving into the future, that's really, when we talk about manhood and all the, the arguments and out in the world and toxic masculinity and what's a man and all of it. I think ultimately, the whole world, our women, our children, they really just want us to be less reactive, more centered, just as a dude. So we do have better control over, our actions, what we do and how we do it, what we say and how we say it. And starting this meditative breathing practice, right, in and out, all the great masters in the world, really that have ever been, all go and all will agree. The more steady your mind. Well, let me say it this way: when you have to make decisions, right? Anybody, a human being, person, do you make better decisions when your emotions are high or when you're more balanced emotionally? We all make, as beings, better decisions when we're more chill, right? When we're not all, emotional. So again, like starting this little centering, breathing practice for you, it's only going to increase your odds of success. And again, this whole class is all about you and increasing your odds of success and really happiness and enjoying this journey, right? For you to travel down what I call the road of delight. There's a road of divorce, there's a road of despair, and there is a road of delight when it comes to being a grown man in a committed relationship while raising children. Right? If you kind of look at it from the Stoic philosophy perspective of like exactly what it is without all the emotionality, we're a grown man in a committed relationship, perhaps, okay, while raising a child. And, your success, the enjoyment is so important, right? Going back to that fatherlessness, and why men don't want to go home. Home should be the best place. Why not? If you have a home and there is a woman there or a partner, okay, and you have children there that are yours, that are not yours, you're adopting, you know what I'm saying, that you're responsible for, that you are committed to helping and raising and taking care of. Home should be the most amazing place where we get to take our armor off. Where we can breathe, where we're loved and respected for who we are. Whereas, so many dudes, maybe some that the majority of dudes, they live on this road of despair. We're on a journey every day, we're moving forward. So it's a journey that keeps moving and evolving. And so many are on this road of despair where, divorce, that's not a happy road, for anybody. And look, when it comes to divorce, it's not easy, creating this vision of this healthy situation if you never saw it. No one taught you how to create a healthy environment or healthy communication and understanding and all of that. All right. And, the thing about this road of divorce, 50% of people still travel on that road. Men, women, which says to me, maybe their consciousness isn't like, hey, man, there could be better skills, or, a lot of people aren't open, their consciousness, they don't recognize there can even be a better way because it's all they've seen. And it's not so easy to grow. Look, this whole process isn't easy. I got to tell you, you're having this little baby and there's, some fear and anxiety and excitement and all of it. I'm here sharing with you that never changes. My 2 older kids, they're coming soon to be driving. That piece never changes. It's us that we evolve and we grow more steady and more grounded, and we're better able to manage and be less reactive to all of the things of life that come with having a family, right? So our ability to get stronger emotionally and stay more centered and less reactive, it's always going to be relevant for you as a man, father, husband, all of it. So back to the roads, and just how relevant this starting a little practice for yourself on breathing steadily, right? Breathing steadily helps calm the mind, right? There's a lot of stuff going on, with bringing the baby home and, work and family and your home and your woman and all of these there's a lot going on. So again, having a tool to start calming down what's going on up here so you can make the best decisions possible, right? This is going to be an attribute of the road of delight, okay? So again here, just kind of wrapping up this concept of the roads for you and how we are firmly planted on this road of delight, right? That's where I want to take you. That's where I'm my guidance, right? I'm a guide on this journey and I'm guiding us, to this road of delight, which is, a pretty good place. So, okay, this road of divorce, unfortunate, okay, so steering on this road, right, of delight, which is ultimately success in fatherhood. And we think about success, all success, right? It always usually starts with a goal. I want to be successful at this. I want to be successful at fatherhood. Hey, let me see if there's some kind of course for me to take to learn about what I need to know, like you've done, right? So starting with a goal, then it's going to take skills, which we're about to get into, all right? Then discipline, right? To use the skills. It's not enough just to know stuff. If you want to build wealth, it's not enough to just have a budget. You got to actually use the budget. And then time, right? And I wanted to take a little time just to talk about time because it takes a little time for you to evolve and develop and to grow as a father. And, to go easy on yourself, be nice to yourself through this process. If again, a lot of this stuff, if you've never learned and no one's taught you and it's new, it's a little scary to do this stuff. And how brave are you? You're so courageous to come in and learn this stuff. It's amazing. It makes me so happy to see you being courageous and getting into this area where, again, you take 50% of these dudes, they're not starting with this goal of being this hero dad in their own home. So they don't learn these skills or they feel like they don't need them. And there's usually a lack of discipline to use those skills. And please, I'm just saying, and the guys are being politically correct here. I mean, I understand, look, some people, this is my perspective, some people were never meant to be together and never meant to be married. And I think so many people who end up on the road of divorce probably could have avoided it if they would have had more skills, maybe. If they would have been conscious there's another way and someone said, hey, let me show you. It's not your fault no one shows. Let me show you some skills that can help you. Right? Maybe this percentage of numbers will change and go down, right? And also here in this road of despair where the dudes are kind of, they're putting in work and they're driving the sports and they're maybe even coaching the teams, right? They're in there and the thing is today, it's not enough to do that, right? Because they're still missing this connection piece. Understanding that raising kids today and really enjoying, we're getting there to the road of delight, what I call the good stuff, the intimacy, the connection, the respect of our women and our kids, right? That they actually respect who we are because we're relevant in their life, right? We're not irrelevant. We are relevant. We're not putting our heads in the sand, Look, I'm weaving stuff from in the future for you, right? I'm weaving stuff from the future and into now to kind of make things relevant for you, that the relationship that you're going to want with your kid, your teenager, it starts the day you bring them home, right? And having this nice relationship is part of the road of delight. That's the 15% of the rainbows and butterflies that comes with success, right? Each of these roads comes with a lot of management, right? Once you're a parent and it's a lot of management. We're managing what they eat and what they don't eat, where they go to school, what clothes they wear, holidays, where it's a lot of management, okay? And this road of despair is a lot of management, and they're missing the 15% rainbows and butterflies. Because again, perhaps, they haven't been taught this connection piece and getting a little bit more understanding about being grounded and centered and the less reactive piece, right? Because I know a lot of dudes who drive the sports and they're the coaches and, I hear from their kids because they talk to me about what's going on in their world, right? With girls and school and the real stuff. However, a lot of their dads are so reactive, it's hard for the kids to talk to them about, and look, we are 100%, I'm getting you ready to bring your infant home. I'm just, really trying to help you understand that happens quick and everything starts from right now, and how relevant you are for learning this early stuff. It translates into this road of delight up here, okay? So just bear with me here, right? So these road of despair dudes, they're putting in the work, but they're not reaping the benefit of the connection, the intimacy. Their wives don't make love to them because they don't understand them, because they're so reactive when the wives tell them stuff. How does their woman going to feel comfortable, after you're married a bunch of years and you have a bunch of kids and their needs change and their desires change just like yours, but their women don't feel comfortable talking to them because we're so reactive. So how are they supposed to share, hey babes, I'd like for you to do this, or it would make me feel sexy if you did that? And so much of being relevant today and moving into the future, and also the road of delight, the success, the good stuff, the rainbows and butterflies comes with us being centered, okay, and being less reactive, and kind of wrapping back around to the archer's breath, and for you developing, your ability to stay steady, right? To stay focused on your target, which is being successful at fatherhood, at developing this connection with your baby from the time you bring them home. And, I love that little routine because you can break it up into different pieces. You could do it all together. You could increase the amount of time, right? So here we did 3 breaths. You can do 10 breaths. You can do 3 minutes just focusing on, on your focal point here. Cultivating your ability, to stand strong and stand steady as things start to get crazy, okay? So, all right. Now that we're kind of, I just really wanted to put a bow on that and and really underline what a powerful tool that is for you, that you can start right away in just, you're driving down the road. Start cultivating that practice for yourself, for you, the dad. And again, we didn't even get into any skills yet, baby skills, although again, it's about you, right? It's about you feeling grounded and centered. So that's what I wanted to share with you about those skills, okay? And that centering routine. I hope you find that as a gift and something super accessible that you can use to help get you grounded. So now, without any further ado, let's get into infant management skills.